Roll call, please, huh?
Commissioner Gandy,
Here.
Commissioner Sanchez,
Here.
Commissioner Trujillo,
Here.
Commissioner Butcher,
Here.
and Mayor Gandy. Sorry, Mayor Campos.
Sorry, I get that a lot. Commissioner Sanchez will lead us in the invocation and the pledge of allegiance now.
Father, we come before you once again this evening, giving you the honor and glory and thanking you for allowing us to be here this day. Father, we ask that you would just bless us and help us as we try to make this community go forward in all its endeavors, everything that it does, that we would be united in effort, that we would all be able to do our part. I want to thank you for each one of our commissioners, for the work they do, for representing their districts in a way that is good and beneficial to our city. Thank you for that effort going from each one. Father, I want to thank you. It's been a year ago that I was put back into the city commission. I asked you if it was your will that I would be able to win, and Father, it was your will because I did win. And I just asked you to help us in our efforts that we would work together to make this community prosperous and a better place for each one. Father, all of these things we ask in the name of Jesus, thy Son. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, the symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures.
Thank you, Commissioner. Very nice. Appreciate that. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make the motion we approve the agenda as submitted. Second.
We have a second discussion. Any discussion among the commissioners? No? All right. Seeing there's no discussion, we'll go to a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain the motion for consideration of the regular meeting minutes of February 27th, 2017.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have a second. Discussion. Seeing there is none, we'll go to a vote. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Now we're going to commissioners and staff report. What?
Nothing recorded this time, sir.
Come on, man. You say that every time.
He's supposed to be fired up.
You're supposed to have something for us by now. Nothing? Okay, you had that last month. Okay, all right. Ms. Joanna.
Me, well, I'd just like to introduce myself. I'm the new admin assistant. My name is Joanna Barrera. And now I'm taking Anna's spot. As y'all know, she's city clerk. A little bit about myself. I am originally from Chihuahua. And I am married. I have two boys, a 7-year-old, and my other little boy's a year and 4 months. Prior to this, I stayed home with my little one since he was born. And now I'm quite ready to work and to have a break from the kids. So I'm pretty excited to be part of this team, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanna. Welcome to the city.
Thank you.
We appreciate you being here.
Me too. Thank you.
Anna, yes. I was going to, but no, I better not.
I think Anna needs
I
to
was
stand up.
I was thinking of some other names.
I think Anna needs to stand up too and give us her.
I am good, thank you.
Okay, Nothing to
sir.
report?
Nothing to report.
Okay, very good. All right, Commissioner Sanchez.
Well, I can say, I Chihuahua. She speaks better English than I do, and I was born here. That's all.
Question is the Spanish. How's the Spanish?
Yes, excellent.
Very good. Sounds like a challenge, Commissioner. Spanish spelling bee. Commissioner Butcher?
Nothing at this time, thank you.
Very good. I just had a couple of things, James, the water bill payment, slot, what's the proper name for that? When is that gonna get fixed?
Oh, the tube system?
Yes, sir.
Payment drive-through window? That's been out of service for about 2.5 months now. Stanley Solutions has ordered a whole new unit. We have to replace the entire unit. They no longer make parts for it. Stanley, I know Gary has been working with the rep weekly. We're still waiting on a couple more parts before they come in and replace the system, but they have told us they anticipate it being completely repaired and operational by the end of this month.
All right, very good. There was also a citizen that brought a concern to me, and I visited with James about it already, regarding the litter at the lake, and I know that you're on it, James. Can you give us an update on that as well?
They've actually been out there in waders, removing all that trash.
All right.
The situation's been taken care of. Also, they're fixing to, later this week, start on trying to beat back the cattail issue that we have. But they wanted to go ahead and make sure they went through and made a really thorough sweep of not just the visible litter in the trash, or in the lake, but also the stuff you can't see.
All right, very good. I appreciate you getting on that, James. Thank you. That's all I have, Commissioner Revere.
I'm good to go, thank you.
Commissioner Gandy.
I don't have anything.
Very good. Chief.
Nothing to report, sir.
Chief.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but nothing to report, sir.
Okay. James.
Yes, sir. We actually have 2 other new faces that have joined the team at City Hall.
All right.
We have Amanda Wyndham. She is our accounts payable clerk. And then we have Erica Sanchez. She works in the water department as well. So why don't
Please.
y'all,
Don't faint on it.
wow, that was a lot.
That's the point.
You go first.
What if-
My name is Amanda Wyndham. I was born and raised just south of Houston in LaPorte, and about 1.5 years ago, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. We were passing through Hobbs, and we stopped, and my better half got a job with the cable company, so we decided to stick it out for a while and see what Hobbs has to offer us. Unfortunately, I had to go back home for about 6 months after my father passed, so I'm here to stay for good this time. So I'm glad to be here at the city. This is, I will say, I guess my first city job, so to say. I'm normally dealt with trucking and warehousing and distribution, so, but I've done accounts payables and all of it. So I think I'm loving what I'm doing so far. I'm loving the people and the job, so looking forward to many more years.
My condolences on your father's passing,
Thank you.
and also since Hobbs couldn't appease you, I'm glad that we could and that you're here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Nice meeting you.
I think I'm ready.
My name's Erica Sanchez. I was born and raised here in Lovington, yay. I have 2 kids. I have a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old. I've never worked in Lovington, so this is a big change, and I really do. I'm liking it so far. It's really good, challenging, and fast-paced. I like it. I think that's all I have. I told you 20 seconds.
All right, thank you, Eric. Welcome to the city. All right, very good. James.
That's all I have, sir.
Okay. Pat?
Nothing, sir.
All right, very good. All right. So we don't have anything on for the screen, nothing to report there? Okay. Okay, all right.
I'm Callie. That will be going out, or has gone out today. Lovington Main Street would like to announce that Tabitha Lawson has officially resigned as the executive director, where she has worked diligently for the past 4.5 years. In her statement, Tabitha explained she has been offered an opportunity that she could not refuse. She will be relocating to Midland, Texas. The experiences and relationships I have gained are immeasurable, and I can never express my gratitude enough for this amazing journey. Main Street will always have a special place in my heart as I truly believe in the mission and work being done. Thank you so much for your incredible support and for the opportunity to serve our community. I am very grateful to have been part of the positive changes in Lovington. That was from Tabitha. For the last 4 years, Lovington Main Street has been greatly blessed to have Tabitha as the executive director. We truly believe she is the best at what she does. We will miss her greatly. She has left big shoes to fill. During Tabitha's time as the director of Lovington Main Street, she was responsible for the accreditation as a national Main Street program in 2014, 15, 16, and 17. Through her guidance and dedication, Lovington Main Street, New Mexico, 15. She was a warrior for the downtown, and she got so much done there. It is truly better because of her, said Jenny Kavanaugh, director of Southwest Symphony. A few of Lawson's most notable accomplishments were facade squad projects, the implementation of downtown farmers and crafters market, spearheading the downtown brew pub project, and the restoration and operation of the historic Lee Theater. The Lovington Main Street Board has hired Mara Salcido Alcantar to continue Lawson's legacy. Mara worked for Lovington Main Street as administrative assistant from 2014 through 2016. She will officially take over as executive director March 20th. I look forward to continuing the amazing work being done, and I am honored to have been selected for this position. I have learned a lot from Tabitha and hope to make her and the Lovington Main Street Board proud, said Mata, on being named the new ED. While we are saddened by her departure, we are happy for her and her new opportunities that lie ahead of her. She has done a fantastic job. We are confident that Mata will take off right where she left off, said Pat Wise, longtime board member and avid supporter of Lovington Main Street. We will miss Tabitha. We hate to see her go, but we feel like Mata was the best choice to fill her shoes. So, is there any questions?
Any parting words from Tabitha?
No, just thank you for the opportunity. And like I said, I'm not leaving on bad terms at all. I love Main Street, I love my job, and I love this community, so I'm going to continue to help as much as I can. It's just an offer I couldn't refuse, and what I feel like is best for my family at this time.
Thank you for your time. All right, any other public comment at this time? All right, seeing as there's none, we're going to proclamation. We have proclamation 2017-2, Lee County Centennial. Anybody here from the county to accept this? No? Okay. Shall I just read it, James?
Yes, sir, and we can present it to them at the ceremony at 4 o'clock on Friday.
Okay, very good. If you'll just allow me to read this, it's listed as proclamation 2017-02, Lee County Centennial. Whereas Lee County was formed by the New Mexico legislature on March 17, 1917, from the eastern portions of Chavez and Eddy counties, and whereas the Lee County Centennial Committee has planned a celebration that will honor those individuals and organizations whose efforts and labor over the past 100 years has resulted in the quality of life that all Lee County residents enjoy, and whereas the city of Lovington is proud to be the county seat of our great county, and whereas it is important to recognize that the second 100 years of growth and prosperity will soon begin and will be possible because of the strong partnership between the city and county. Now, therefore, I, Paul Campos, Mayor of Lovington, New Mexico, do hereby recognize March 17, 2017 as the Lee County Courthouse Centennial Celebration throughout the city of Lovington, and encourage all citizens to participate in the various activities planned that place emphasis on how great our county is. Done. All right, thank you, James. We'll go into action items now. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we consider resolution 2017-23, execution of a quitclaim deed of Cheese Plant property to Dairy Farmers of America Incorporated.
Second.
We have a second, James.
Yes, Mayor and Commissioners, back in 1995, whenever they were bringing the cheese plant to Lovington, the city executed a industrial revenue bond for $3.5 million. Part of this was just to incentivize the cheese plant, which was Mid-American, to come into Lovington. The area where the cheese plant's located at, about 1.96 acres of it is actually still owned by the city. Once the IRB has been paid in full, that land is to be transferred over to the cheese plant owners, which at this time is DFA. The IRB has been paid in full, and they have submitted a quitclaim deed and a resolution for us to transfer that property to DFA. The only thing that we know at this time in the email that I received is that DFA is just preparing the property for sale. There's no indication that they actually have a buyer or if they're just getting it market ready.
Very good. Any other questions by the commission? Comments?
James, and the weight plant, where does that come into play? Is that part of DFA, or is that totally different?
Actually, all of the surrounding property is actually owned by DFA right now. The area in green is actually what is currently in the city's possession.
Okay.
And that's what we will
They
be
have the
quitclaiming.
weight plant as well? Okay,
Yes,
wasn't
sir.
separate? Okay, thank you.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Do they own also where the white plant was?
Yes, sir, they do.
Any other questions, comments?
So, on that, I noticed that, the property's clear and all that, but the water wells and all that, they do not have the rights to that, it still belongs to the
Correct.
city?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because that's behind, I guess that's just due, kind of north.
Right, yes, over in that area, no, that's
Okay.
the city's land farm, yes, sir.
Okay.
So Chief, so the land is ours?
Right now, the area that's inside the green box, that is owned by the city, but part of the IRB, once the revenue bond is paid in full, the agreement was that the land gets transferred over to the owners of the cheese plant. And the IRB has been paid in full. The advantage to this is that we will start receiving revenue from property taxes off of that, even though it's not a significant sum. Whenever the property's developed, sold, it will benefit the city that way.
One more.
Yes.
If somebody were to buy that, I remember when they first made it, I think it was with a stipulation that they wouldn't have to pay any taxes, for 5 years or something like that.
Yeah, Commissioner Sanchez, Mayor, that is what, part of that IRB was to exempt them from paying property taxes. Once this quitclaim deed is executed, they will have to start paying taxes on it.
Okay. Any other discussion? All right. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain the next motion.
I'd like to make a motion to consider resolution of 2017-24, purchase of real property of New Mexico Highway 483.
Second.
We have a second, James.
Mayor and Commissioners, the city has made an offer on a 56-acre tract of land located right off of Arkansas Junction. This 56 acres will be purchased for $189,000. It does come with 40 acres of water rights. The plan for this property is to actually annex this into the city limits. We will need to subdivide it so we can actually have a retention pond designed and installed that will help alleviate some of the flooding of the Denko addition. The majority of the water in town does wind up flowing through the Denko addition. So with the design of that pond, we will be able to have the space to accommodate that. Once we determine the exact number of acres that we need, we subdivide that. At that point, it does give the city the ability to purpose that land for another use, whether it be for commercial purposes or even for further housing development, to where we could enter into an agreement with a developer that they have X amount of time to develop this land, so that way we can recoup some of our investment as well as address any other housing issues or Industrial issues we may want to resolve.
I haven't heard anybody complaining or bringing any issues forth regarding the purchase of this property. Have you, James?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion or questions about the question? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain the next motion.
Make a motion we consider resolution 2017-25, support of a public-private economic development Main Street project.
Second that.
We have a second. James?
Mayor and Commissioners, in reference to your previous question, Mayor, this one item has actually created some confusion. This is the way the agreement is worded. This is our agreement that we renew with the state of New Mexico every 2 years to show our support for the Lovington Main Street program and establish our level of funding. So this is just renewing that agreement with the state of New Mexico.
Okay.
And the amount stays the same?
Yes, sir.
All right. Questions, comments?
What is that costing the city?
We are required by this MOU to provide a minimum level of funding of $35,000 a year.
Any other questions, comments from the commission? No? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain the next motion.
Make a motion we consider resolution 2017-25, support of public-private economic, consideration of resolution 2017-26, right-of-way agreement between City of Lovington and Lee County Electric.
Second.
We have a second. James?
I'm actually going to.
What?
We're, to bring a little public safety to our wastewater treatment plant, we have a fire hydrant that's located directly inside where the guys used to fill up the green machine, and we've asked Lee County Electric to look at, bringing some better lighting to that area in case they have to fill up at night, just for security factors and everything. And, Lee County Electric sent us the paperwork for a right-of-way agreement, because they have to plant, or put some new poles in addition to the ones that are there to extend the lighting now. So we're just asking for your approval on signing that agreement.
Okay, very good.
Very wise. Now, we had a fatality once with the cheese plant due to that, taking a sample, night sample, slip and fall inside there. Sure, don't want that to happen.
Any questions?
How many poles?
I believe there's gonna be 2 poles, and on the second pole, they're gonna extend the line out. And it's actually on the main drive going into the wastewater treatment plant.
Okay, any other discussion? All right, there's no further discussion. We'll go to a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain the next motion.
I'd like to make a motion to consider resolution 2017-27, security light agreement with Lee County Electric.
Second.
Okay, James?
Mayor and Commissioners, this is in reference to, since we've granted this right away, this
Okay.
is the agreement for the security light. It will cost us $9.57.
All right, very good. Any questions, comments? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain the next motion.
I'll make a motion we consider resolution 217-28, approval of map application for North 17th project.
Second.
We have a second by Commissioner Trujillo. James?
Mayor and Commissioners, the municipal arterial grant is actually due later this week. We are applying for additional funds to complete the North 17th project, or Phase 2, which the limits of Phase 2 will begin at Jefferson and go north up to the area where Dogwood would intersect if it was not a cul-de-sac. We did receive grant funding for Phase 2 last year. However, just to relieve some of the burden from the city's gas tax and general fund and capital improvement fund, we want to go ahead and apply for a second grant for this project with the hope that design is already in the preliminary stages. We'll have all the clearances, and that once Phase 1 is complete, they can just move on to Phase 2 as well.
Can you tell us about the matching amount that we're
Yes,
looking
sir.
at?
The grant is, the total grant is $437,000 but we would be required to match that with $109,250 of local funds. So hopefully we would receive the maximum DOT match of the $327,750. Last year we received I believe the total grant amount was $195,000, of which we were responsible for a 25% match.
Okay. In the resolution itself, at the bottom on number 3, it says that the city commission pledges $707,000 in local matching funds. Can you
Yes, sir.
speak on that, please?
Mayor and Commissioners, the total estimated project cost is $1.2 million. And
Okay.
that would be the $707,000. This would include our matches for the previous MAP and local government road fund matches, as well as this particular application and additional local dollars to complete this project.
Okay, I see. Thank you. Any other questions by the commission? All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll entertain the next motion.
I'd like to make a motion to consider resolution 2729, approval of the LAGRF application for North 17 project.
Second.
We have a second. James?
Mayor and Commissioners, this is a separate DOT grant, local government road fund, applying for the Phase 2 of the North 17th project. Total grant $62,500 with a 25% match from the city of $15,625.
James, when we pay these, let's say we go ahead and pay these 2 matching funds, how does that leave us in reserves on that, in that category?
This would be paid for through our capital improvement fund, so it would not and should not affect the general fund.
Yes, sir. But what would be our,
We would
estimate?
still be at the 25% limit that we've established by policy on that particular fund, as well as having the required payment reserve through our bonding.
thank you, Jim.
Yes, sir.
Just curious, that's all.
All right, any other discussion by the commission? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain the next motion.
Make a motion to consider accounts payable.
Second that.
All right, we have a second. James?
Mayor and Commissioners, as you can see, Gary is out tonight, so I would stand for any questions. I know a couple that we have, Candy Cane Water Well Service for 1,390 the cambered lines for, it was actually, I'm sorry, a well. Water well, yes. Police Department from Kaufman's West for $3,400 was for holsters and uniform for the police department. Paysetter K-9 was for recertification of our K-9 unit. And then Workhorse was for clothes for the police academy.
Any questions by the commission?
I have one.
Yes, sir.
I guess on the first page, Michael's prescription, $1,600 and whatever.
Yeah, Mayor Commissioners, Michael's Prescriptions is where the fire department purchase their pharmaceuticals that are used on the ambulances.
James, can you tell us about Setco Books?
That would be for the library.
Okay. And the Stericycle?
Stericycle, oh, yes. That is hazardous waste or medical waste from the fire
Okay.
department.
Okay. They pick it up, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, very good. And so it looks like we have, and this is for the chief, we have only 2 officers taking advantage of the gym
No,
facility?
we have a lot more, that's just what came through this.
Oh, okay, good, good. I would encourage them all to participate in that, especially if it's getting reimbursed. That's, you can't beat that. Very good. Any other questions by the commissioner? Mr. Gandy?
Yes, sir.
You look very pensive over there.
We're good.
All right. Anybody else? Okay. All in favor of approving the accounts payable, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. I'll entertain the next motion.
Make a motion, we go into closed session pursuant to section 10-15-1 NMSA 1978, subsection 8-8 regarding the purchase, acquisition, or disposition of real property or water rights, grazing lease on city-owned land, and subsection H-7 regarding pending or threatening litigations, Vilma Mitchell versus City of Lovington.
Second.
We have a second. Anna, roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanchez? Commissioner Gandy?
Aye.
Commissioner Trujillo?
Yes.
Commissioner Butcher?
Aye.
Mayor Campbell?
Aye. We will now go into closed session. entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to return to regular session. The matters discussed in closed session were limited to those specified in the motion for closure, and no action was taken.
Second.
We have a second. Roll call, Anna, please.
Commissioner Gandy,
Yes.
Commissioner Sanchez, Commissioner Trujillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Butcher,
Yes.
and Mayor Thomas.
Yes. We're now back in session. I'll entertain another motion. If there's not any further discussion,
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
we have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.